Hello and welcome Final Fantasy Randomizer fans. Tonight we've got Starmanrandom against Dem0nfr0g in the Spring Tournament 2020 final week of the Swiss rounds. These two runners, Dem0nfr0g and Starmanrandom again, are 2 and 3, each fighting for their last chance qualifier opportunity. One person gets to play in a final last chance qualifier race, and the other gets to join the Circle of Sages in Crescent Lake and hanging out in the park. I am Solario Rex, joined here in the booth by the one and the only Dem0nfr0g. How are you doing tonight, Dem?
I am doing awesome. I mean, you did an excellent job of, telling our runners here, just for an update, for anybody that doesn't know, Much Paranoia has changed names, so that is the reason why. It is not a new runner or anything like that, if you didn't know. They have changed their name, so awesome. And with that, I mean, I'm going to get these runners going, and I have to admit here, Solario, you're probably a little bit better at explaining what exactly is happening in these Chaos Week flags.
All right. So, each week of our spring tournament, what we've done is we've selected an element. There are 4 orbs that need to be lit in the vanilla game, and that stands true in our spring tournament and in our randomizer here. Each one of those orbs resides in an elemental dungeon, an elemental shrine, elemental palace, however you want to phrase it. So there's earth, fire, wind, and air. Within those dungeons, palaces, what have you, there is a treasure chest that contains an item of particular value. So what we've done as a part of the randomizer is added an option for, during Earth Week, that chest had a prioritized item in it. Fire Week, that chest had it there. This week, being Chaos Week, there is not an element chosen. So that being said, that means that we will have 3 items loose in the world. There will be a canal and 3 additional items that these runners will need to find, and they could be in just about any treasure chest in the world. And away we go. Yep. So we've got our level 1 white magic. We do have life 2, but that is going to be white mage, white wizard locked. We do have the warp spell at level 1 black magic, which is going to come in handy multiple times throughout this seed. Dang, how do you feel about level 1 warp?
I mean, warp. Who cares about warp? We got a cake. That's all I care about. The best spell in the game.
Let them eat cake. There is nothing there that makes me happy except for that warp spell.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, we have Lock 2. Unfortunately, Lock's there also. The cake spell will do its job. It's not the best spell, but in my opinion is. And wow, hey.
Ooh, we've got an early loose item. Loose item alert. First chest checked. Loose item. Nailed it. Oxyale.
We just wanted to force them to go to Sea Shrine with the cake spell. That's what it was.
Okay. All right. I can get on board with that. Maybe a TFC chest if we find a key. Otherwise, maybe we visit our friends the mermaids.
Right. And
so we've got Starmanrandom jumping right in, taking on Garland immediately, gets that cake off, knocks him down instead, and is level 2. Not going to check those chests on the left-hand side, which we already know contain Oxyale. That may come back to bite him if he doesn't end up making the trip up there. Oof, a tail and a power gauntlet. Not much progression there.
I mean, the power gauntlet's basically not going to be used for, ever. Except for if we do a cheeky, maybe, battle against Carrie. But, I mean, beyond that, I don't think we're going to be relying upon that anytime soon. So, yeah, it's kind of a dud a dud item this early.
Yeah. So, in this flag set, there are kind of 3 items that have been incentivized. That's the Opal Cheerio, which is the best mage armor in the game. There's the Thor Hammer, and there's the Power Gauntlet. Those 3 items don't offer a ton in terms of progression, but they are powerful items. And we've got level 2 exit.
Lit
and then
3.
a stacked level 2 black magic. We've got the Lit 3, we've got Brack, we've got Temper. We've got everything we need. Game over, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Cake, we've got the clears.
Yeah, I mean, Lit 3, most enemies don't resist the lightning spells. You know, there's a lot less enemies that resist it. You know, Brack, Temper, obviously, endgame. What was the other one? Fire 2. I mean, that's a good spell to have, too, because you never know when you're up against the metal slimes. So, I mean...
And our friend Bicky is going to hand us the crown. We know the friendly old chap in the Northwest Castle lost his crown. So our runners will be able to, do a quick drop-off, return that crown to him, and hope he has something good for us in return. Ooh, we've got our gold bracelets at just short of 12k gold. That's actually not very expensive for those gold bracelets. They can range anywhere from max price at like 65 grand all the way down to, I've seen a few of them roll into the 7,000 range, but 12k, not that expensive. So, Starmanrandom still has not popped back up to the Temple of Fiends to grab that Oxyale. I guess my general feeling is if I get the Oxyale and I have Lit 3 this early, oof, it makes it really tempting to make that early C play.
I mean, I did joke about it just because, if we found the early canal, we have access to it. And there's literally nothing else. The Fire 3 spell is always nice to have, too. So, nothing's overly overlapping except for that level 2, but thankfully, Temper generally has a higher priority later on, so Lightning 3 is not casted as much. Brack is kind of like a last-minute, oh crap.
Ooh, level 4 magic, pretty sparse in terms of what our racers can pick up. So I do want to mention at this point that our racers did do a draft party. So you will notice that they are running the same party. They're running the fighter, the thief, the red mage, and the black mage. That was what they ended up drafting. And yes, I did give them crap for drafting such a boring draft.
No, you didn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, we've got a dwarves check, we've got a bane sword, and a silver axe. Not bad for some early damage, some early swinging sticks.
I was gonna say I think Demon forgot that he can't make that way there. I'm kind of surprised he didn't do the crown first, because if we get the TNT or the adamant, it's kind of a double dip. But I say that knowing that I will the triple dip or quadruple dip the dwarves cave almost every time. So
I mean, it's so easy to quadruple dip the dwarves because you have all of those chests blocked by the key. You have an adamant turn in, a TNT turn in, and our kindly king friend in the Northwest Castle hands us a cube. But it turns out they are not as kindly as we thought.
He got so bored with all those bats that were flying around in his thing, he decided to play with a cube.
Hey, Rubik's cubes, man. They're coming back. That's what I like to envision the cube as.
Right? I mean, that's kind of what it is. I wonder if he's done it.
Solve the puzzle, get into the Sky Palace.
I wonder if he's done it blindfold yet. That's
there we go.
Challenge.
Going for that world record. I mean, he's got that isolation down.
Oh, gosh.
We do have one thing to note here. We do have houses for only 580 gold. I think that's awesome. I love finding early camping gear that is less expensive than you expect it to be. It's not great in the very, very early game here because we are a little starved for gold. But once we get to kind of past this initial gold starvation hump that we have in the beginning here, cheap houses are always nice to see.
It helps immensely. Like, I know you said it, and it's just an advantage because I can take fights on my way to Marsh, use a house, and not feel like I just spent my entire wallet, and I have all my spell charges back when I dive Marsh, if I have to. Or if I do, like, a cheeky Earth play or something like that. I'm not feeling like I'm being punished, not only with my wallet and my time.
Absolutely. And those dives are made even less punishing by the fact that exit and warp are both available to us.
Yeah, I mean that definitely plays a big part of it too.
Pop in, pop out, easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yep. But none of our runners have any heal potions though, so I don't see any dives here. They don't have much money, and I don't remember what heal potions cost, but they generally cost a good amount. You might have to sell that Bane sword if you need to make money.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I admit I would probably sell the Bane sword at this point just for that early cash. With our runners not really finding much, I don't. Did anyone check Matoya's yet? I don't know if we've been to check those 3 chests.
No, wait.
I think our runners went immediately from Provoca down to Elfland or over to the dwarves. So unless we find a canal hanging out with our grandma, we are going to make a marsh dive here.
Okay, so our tracker, Professor Renderer, telling us that there was one. Thank you for tracking for us, pushing the 1s and 2s, letting us know what's going on. We appreciate you.
The true heroes of the Final Fantasy Randomizer broadcast squad.
That's right.
So, looks like we will be making the marsh dive. Dem0nfr0g on his way there. Starmanrandom about to find out that there's nothing with Matoya.
Yeah, it's going to feel kind of bad. I think Demon bought a house. I know he bought some heal potions. So, I mean, the one good thing is we were able to beat Astos, who gives us a good amount of experience and a good amount of gold. So we are able to buy stuff, you know, on top of beating the pirates. And so he was able to buy some stuff, but I gotta admit, with the AoE spells we already have, I would have sold that Bane Sword instantly.
Yeah, agreed. I am in the same boat. We do not find our canal in topside marsh, so looks like down to the bottom side we go. Interestingly, Dem0nfr0g has decided to keep all of the items that he found on the top side of marsh. I don't know that there was that much special that I would have hung on to. Maybe the heal helm, but that's not, I don't know. I don't think that's worth saving, but he decided to use his warp charges and warp out. He did have a house to use though, so no harm, no foul there, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I was going to say, if he did, because I didn't see him actually use the house, that's why I was kind of worried at first. I was like, how are you going to get out of here? But so far, this is playing pretty kind marsh. Oh, there's our canal.
Oh. There it is.
Right? So we still have a bunch of checks still that he's got to do.
Looks like he skipped a chest or two, so we'll have to see if he ends up going back to those upper left chests or not.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. I was like, I don't think that... I think it's linked to that first one. Well, there's an ice sword. That's worth it.
That's excellent. He did get a link. We have Space Drake in chat pointing out that he did get one of the link chests, but he did skip another one.
Yeah, that second row. Yeah, that first column for second row. Yeah.
Yep. I believe that chest is always empty. The one he's checking there, the column all the way to the right, in the bottom, the non-key locked row. Oh, all right. Space Drake correcting me in chat. That is another linked chest. My bad. I guess I always check the linked one, so it's always empty if I ever check it.
Right. Yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, they're all linked, or some of those are just linked, but they're just so. I've never really paid attention to which ones are linked, except for that first row, first column one, and that's the only one that I really ever pay attention to.
Gotcha.
Well, and obviously the one that's right there on that second floor of Marsh.
Oh yeah. All right, so Starmanrandom heading down into Basement Marsh, gonna pick up his canal. We've got Dem0nfr0g running out of warp charges, excuse me, but does manage to walk his canal out of Marsh.
Yeah, so we're gonna find here, does Starmanrandom's check of this one chest. Hopefully they do check it. I mean, if it's something big, Demon not coming back ever. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, this one check that it's about to be checked right here. Is it anything important? Oh my goodness!
Oh,
Are you kidding?
No. What? The one chest that he skipped?
Oh my! Oh, he's gonna beat himself up. Okay, so it's kind of a big deal for anybody out there because it is our second loose inside of 13 minutes.
Yeah.
And it might not be required though. If that crystal leads to an opal or a Thor's hammer, it's nothing. That's whatever. But if it's something that is, leads, key, rod, chime, loot, floater, I mean, oh boy.
Yeah. I think the other thing to keep in mind though is that if Dem0nfr0g is not in go mode, I can't imagine that he's going to be skipping many chests. So as long as he's not in go mode, he's going to continue looking for a loose item that we may already know he skipped and will likely never find.
Yeah, and I feel bad for Demon because he has had a rough go of like his opponents and stuff like that, and like now he's actually facing somebody that is of, I guess, similar. I mean, the Demon can race like no other, but at least in my point of view is Demon is not as good because he went up against a Crab Cakes. Crab Cakes is Crab Cakes. We all know that. And like, so he finally faces somebody that he doesn't have to race out of his mind to go against, and then he orphans one check, and it's still loose. Like, that is just, I don't even know. Like, that's
feels bad, man.
Yeah.
It just feels bad.
It just does. Like,
We've got our vendor item in Crescent Lake. It's the slab for 7.5K. So that'll be something that our runners probably end up. I mean, it's hard to miss that. Sometimes the slab is pretty unnecessary. I always hope it is unnecessary because I hate getting the slab translated only to have to use the airship to get to Lefane. It's such a long. It just feels bad because it's such a long turn in. So I always try to skip it if I can.
yeah.
We do have Ice 3 in level 6 Black Magic and Bane. Decent spells to pick up, especially if we sold that Bane sword, but probably won't see much Bane action in this seed.
Alright, so
Our Circle of Sages hand us Pretty Rock, so we'll be able to take that adamant over to the Dwarf Cave.
Alright, left hand side, this is the moment of truth. How...
We're about to see what the crystal is.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
Alright, so it's not over yet. Okay, so like I said, we still have the Thor, we still have Opal out there.
Yep.
If the bottle and the slab translation leads to those two, he's in it still. Demon's in it still, but he's going to require him to have to sail everywhere and take all these encounters.
Yeah.
If
this is a ship viable seed, Dem0nfr0g is still all right. But we have the slab available early as the vendor item. We picked up the tail almost immediately.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's possible, but I think because we already have the two loose. I mean, it's possible. Yeah, so. All right. We're not counting you out, Demon. We got a chance here. Adamant's got to keep leading to key items here for like important key items.
Yes.
Required ones.
If this ends up being Opal or Thor, we know that floater is required.
Herb, okay.
All right.
We'll take the experience gains, please.
Absolutely.
Right? Just keep bringing them, please, please, please.
Yep. So as a note, for each key item we get, it is a 5% experience boost. And I do not believe that the Thor Hammer, Power Gauntlet, or Opal Bracelet are included in that. Those are items that you get. They are not key items. They've just been incentivized.
Yep, that is correct.
And I missed our white magic check at level 6, and Harm 4 is really the only thing of note there. So probably won't see any level 6 white magic.
I thought I saw Ruse. I wasn't sure if that was in first slot, but if it was in second through fourth, then the Red Wizard can learn it, so that's kind of important.
Okay, all right, we could see it.
I mean,
personally, I would not come back for it, but
oh well, yeah. No, I totally understand it, but like, you know, I didn't see what black magic was. It was like lit 2, I think, in that first slot, right?
Ooh. And the herb turns into the ruby.
Okay, so that's 2 key checks, or 2 incentive locations for Dem0nfr0g. So that keeps him in, or, you know, he's obviously gotten a 10% increased experience right now just off of the herb turn-in, and now the ruby. And then he's going to gain potentially 10% even more. So we're keeping it in, but we're definitely hoping for loot, key, chime, rod. Either, you know,
yes, we are.
2 of those keeps a demon in. I know I'm gonna keep harping it. It's very important. No Thor, no Opal, and this keeps the demon alive.
Demon just talked to Dr. Un. I think he thought that he picked up the slab, but he did not actually purchase the slab.
Okay.
So Demon knows that the slab is in Crescent Lake, but he did not buy it. I don't know that he had the gold at the time.
Yeah, I don't think he sold the heel helmet again, or the heel helm, because that's another one I would have sold too.
Yeah.
Okay, well there's
hi, Ribbon. We've got a ribbon.
Okay.
And the loot.
We're keeping the dream alive.
Yep. An early ribbon is also a really nice find. A ribbon is a piece of headgear. It's an armor that you wear on your head. And it protects you from all damage types. So, yeah, it grants you resistance to your time, your poison, your fire, lightning, ice, all of the above. Yep. Definitely the best armor piece in the game.
It really is, and it only offers you 1 absorb, but it's so good that, like, no matter what, it is just worth it because of having all that resistance.
All right, and what does Grandpa Sarda have? He's got the rod.
Okay.
Vanilla much?
I mean, this is good. I mean, I don't know if he's got the ability to do Earth right now, but that would be something I'd be tempted to do. But, you know, we're single-digit levels. It's going to be a little hard.
Yeah, but one thing to note, though, is that there are plenty of grind spots, grind tiles in early Earth that if he were to check that and find something good, especially with these cheap houses, it may turn into an excellent grind.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the Bane Sword, I mean, he finds something that's easily killable maybe early to kind of gain a couple levels, and then he finds something that's weak to that Fire 3, like, I don't know, like Gur Medusas. I mean, you know, he can gain substantial levels and then do Earth.
Yeah, I mean, even a mummy trap tile would be something to gain a few levels on. At least enough levels that you could make it through. We've got level 5 nuke. At least enough levels that you'd be able to make it through Earth Cave just fine.
So nuke is great. Black Mage learns that at level 12. And Red Mage learns that at level 15, I believe.
Yep, and it was in slot 1, so that means that it is not class change locked, so they will be able to pick it up.
And look at Demon. Goes instantly here, says, I need to gain some levels. Okay, Sphinx is not the greatest. But if they're gonna go down easily, this could potentially not be great. They're not going down.
Yeah, they're not going down easily.
Nope, that was a 236
over
shot.
300 HP. That's not what you want to see. We did just have Starmanrandom turn in the herb, grab the ruby, and is probably on his way to chat it up with our friend the Titan.
Yep. Okay, so we're gonna check out the Earth spike or the Earth spike tile here, and it is not a good experience.
Nope, it's not what you want to see.
No, it's not.
Oozes and arachnids, just an annoying fight with almost no experience to be no noteworthy experience, I should say.
So one of the weird, okay, so we just commented about that Hall of Giants, and that first encounter was unrunnable. That is the worst thing you can have, because It's A, hard to kill. You can't run from it, so you can't even see what the next encounter is because you can't get to it.
Yeah.
So it's like the worst thing ever because we just can't do anything. We're just like, well, I guess we'll have to move on.
Thank you. Come again.
Yeah, right? Earth floor 4, here we go. Let's check out those spike tiles if we can make it there.
Yeah. So Starmanrandom gets his loot, walks it back out, saves, and then walks through on his way to Sarda. A little curious there. So Starman about to get his rod. We have bulls. Looks like they had poison touch.
Yep, and they were unrunnable, so, I mean, it's just annoying when there's a lot of unrunnables, especially for Dem0nfr0g. Oh, ice armor. Okay, so we're getting equipment for the fighter to at least tank shots, because especially at these early levels, that fighter has to take those shots, and right now, we're rocking out pretty decent absorb.
Yeah, I mean, ice shield, is that silver armor he's got?
It's either iron, I think. I think it's iron.
All right, even more absorb.
Yeah, right? I mean, it's good enough. I mean, the ice shield itself has half the absorb of an iron already, so, or an iron armor, so, I mean, we're at least rocking about 40 absorb, or close to.
It does get really rough if you don't find that early armor. I know I've seen, we've had several races recently where there hasn't been any good armor at all. Even some racers refusing to buy armor, hoping that they're going to find some, and just having their light warriors get beaten down the street and back because they don't have any absorb.
No, that's what happens. Okay, so Starman's going to go to Earth also. I mean, one good thing for Demon is right now, because we didn't find the canoe. I know we made a big deal about the canoe, or I mean about Starman finding the floater, but because we haven't found the canoe, they can't hop in the airship, and so now they're either funneled into Sea Shrine or Earth, because the slab turn-in we can't do anything with.
Yep. So the longer we wait to find the canoe, the better it is for Demon. Is that what we're saying?
I mean, that's what it is, because our third loose, this actually could save Demon, because the third loose is a canoe. Or it's a chime. No, it wouldn't matter. No, it has to be a canoe. Based on our progression settings, it has to be the canoe, because there's nothing else incentivized we have access to.
Yep. So we've got a loose canoe. Looks like Starman said, "Nah, I don't like this Earth Cave. I'm out." So he pieces out of the Earth Cave. Maybe headed to Onrak.
I probably would have gone there. I mean, we have Lit 3. We a lot better levels there. If things roll low enough, I mean, we're gaining a lot of experience.
Yeah, I mean, I am a huge fan of the early yet precarious and scary sea dive. I guess my experience with these flags has been that because there are so many chests all over the place in sea, that there's a good chance that there's at least something good there, if not a loose item. So we'll have to see. Dem0nfr0g looks like he's well on his way to finding out what our friend the vampire has, but is going to check all of the chests in Earth, seeing as he only has one of the loose items at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind full clearing Earth. Like, once you get to a certain point where, like, you can just roll through it. Like, right now, he's actually making a decent time if he was able to run, if that thief wasn't dead, but I think he's on purposely knocking it off right now, trying to gain the extra levels, since he's only gaining a little bit in Earth. I mean, if you're going to take fights, you might as well gain as much as you can.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I like this. I like this because he's getting these early levels on these 3 light warriors, concentrating that experience gain. Sometimes it feels bad to kind of wade through Earth in this manner, but he may be better off for it.
Now, the only awkward thing is by the time he gets to this Earth Floor 4, he's not going to have a whole lot of spell charges, because there was a decent amount of unrunnables. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't relied upon the Ice Sword, but it's very hard to rely upon, a sword when you have all these nice McCaster spells.
Yeah, this is a lower level Earth dive, and the really big thing about having lower levels is going to be your lack of defense and your lack of spell charges. So we're going to see that lack of spell charges come into play here, particularly if we find more unrunnables on Earth 4, particularly because he's probably going to try to check both of those rooms that have a number of chests available to him.
I mean, I like what he's... Oh, gosh, those ogres did not want to let go, and he's just eating up those heal potions. We are down to 22. And Starman has entered the Sea Shrine. Ooh, Pro Cape. Okay. We'll take that.
Yeah, that's nice. That is the best shield a mage can wear. And in the case of the white and black mage, the only shield that they can wear, I believe.
Did you notice on the left-hand side, we have no equipment on any of those characters, basically.
Yeah, there's nothing there. So these ghosts are super scary.
I mean, my butt just clenched as soon as I seen those ghosts, like, oh no.
Ooh, so Starman is not making the immediate dive to the mermaids. He's going to check the rest of these chests first. I guess, Dem0nfr0g, how do you feel about that?
I'm kind of... it's weird. I don't even know how to say it, because, like, I've done it, but at the same time, the mermaids just feel so much better because of all those chests that are not,
And we are seeing the sea room that is locked by the Mystic Key. It is the only key-locked door in the Sea Shrine. There is a singular chest in that room that has, in the past, contained an item.
And Starman just realized why you need at least some equipment. Waters were triple the digiting. Oof. I mean, I know it was one on the Black Mage, but that still hurt, even on some of the other characters, too.
Yeah, I mean, Lit 2, especially at these levels, is just going to be devastating to your party a majority of the time. Your characters have not had the levels to gain the M def that they need to kind of withstand even Lit 2s.
The FFR special, where we kill all except the one, and then we run away.
I mean, that's my favorite way to approach monster packs. Is that not yours?
No, not when I wasted a spell charge to kill him, no.
Oh, my bad. I've been playing it wrong the whole time.
Right? Oh, well.
Ooh, we've got a defense sword on Dem0nfr0g's side. We did find a flame sword on Starmanrandom side, so not a bad sword there.
Well, the demon also found an Excal, so we have the promotions of pretty nice weapons on demon side. I mean, it's awesome. We have a defense sword, so we know the canoe is going to be on the seafloor, where it's going to be, and will our runners actually try and take on Kraken once they find the canoe? Because I think a demon can, because he has a defense sword. I would. We have Lit 3, which Kraken is weak against. And we have a defense...
there is our canoe. It's in the mermaids.
Right-hand side. Demon gives the cake to Lich and lights his first orb. 31 minutes in. Yes, Demon, that's what I'm talking about.
That's like 40 bonus points to Dem0nfr0g for caking Lich, right?
Darn right. If he does it on Lich 2 also, I'll give him even more bonus points.
That's a little bit trickier, but it can still be done.
It's about a 20% chance on Lich 2.
So, we're about 30 minutes into the seed. We have Dem0nfr0g with 1 orb lit, the Earth orb, and he is headed on his way to Onrak to dive the Sea Shrine. Starmanrandom pieced out of the Earth Shrine early and is now made the dive into the Sea Shrine and is making the waterfall play now. Did not go down into the Sea Shrine and take the left-hand side to fight Kraken. I can't blame him for that at his levels and what the equipment that he has right now. Kraken doesn't feel like a feasible fight.
The Kraken would be salivating. Just be like, light warriors, no armor? Please, come fight me.
Yeah.
Practically begging you.
We did see the Brack spell relatively early. I don't know if either of our runners picked it up. That may have been kind of the only way to do it for Starman at this point, without kind of any evade or anything.
Yeah, no, that's a very good option too for Starman if he chose to. But I like this play better, at least for them, because of how it worked out. We don't have the defense. We have no armor on any of our light warriors. It go do other things where our spells work, and then come back. We already have a floater. We already have our canoe. Let's just knock out everything else, and we'll come back.
Yep, I completely agree with the play. Our robot friend did hand us the TNT, so a little extra explosive. Maybe that's how they made this cave underneath this waterfall initially. Just speculation. And Starman's going to take a few of these sorcerer fights. It looks like a Lit 3 will take him out. They've got less than 85 HP, so let's do it to it, I guess. Gain a few levels here. Maybe he wants to gain these levels, and maybe he'll take a stab at Kraken.
I would think... I mean, that is such a... that... If they were going to do that, I would, I'd be bowing down. I'd be like, wow, you have, massive amounts of courage, because, we have no armor. We have no ways of, stopping, because Lit 3 is just not going to kill him quick enough.
I mean, a bunch of levels. He's got a ribbon. He's got a pro cape. He found a pro ring here. That's...
True.
That's some sparse armor.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. I mean, the ribbon definitely helps it, but I don't know. Generally, I'd like my fighter to hit it. At least take one hit without going down.
True. We've got Dem0nfr0g finding his canoe, and he doesn't know it, but that's devastating.
Not yet. I mean, because... Okay, so... We don't want... Technically, Demon doesn't want to see Tail, doesn't want to see Opal, or Thor's. Because if it's a Tail also, that also kind of messes it up.
We have the Tail already.
Oh, that's right. We have Tail already. I was just kidding, everybody. JK, it was so early, I got so distracted.
Yeah. So he doesn't want to see Opal, he doesn't want to see Thorhammer.
Yeah.
Those are really the coffin nails.
Anything early. So we have Ordeals left. We have Ice Cave. And that's it, right?
So,
yeah.
Yep.
So I think Starman's going to get... I might have hit Ordeals, actually, while I'm here, because it's a lot quicker going by the river, but I understand this play, too, because we have the slab turn-in that he can do, and he's also got... No, he doesn't have bottle yet, so...
Yeah, I mean, with having... I mean, he's got to go... He can go turn in his TNT, so he's going to grab his airship here. He can turn in the TNT, find out what the TNT is, and then make a decision from there.
Yeah. No, I like this play, too. Yeah. No, I definitely agree. I would have done something a little bit different, but I totally understand it, though. I mean, it makes perfect sense, because once you're in the air... You're not taking any more encounters. You don't have to spend any of your saves anymore. You get to enjoy yourself and just say, haha, monsters, you can't attack me.
Very, very true. I think I would also be banking on, or at least hoping, that the Castle of Ordeals is just superfluous. So no Castle of Ordeals needed, potentially. Because he knows that there are there is Ice Cave and Temple of Ordeals, or Castle of Ordeals. And, oh, I thought we were going to get the Ice Cave dive. That would have been bold before we turn in the TNT, I think. But, you know, proximity routing.
I mean, with level 1 Warp, Ordeals goes really quickly. We have Fire 3, we have Lit 3. Oh, Tail, yeah, so this actually makes sense. Might as well, because, remember, they grinded on those sorcerers and gained levels off of that.
Yep.
So I think they were level 14?
Yep.
So yeah, it's one level before, gains the one level, let's say, if they decide to go to Ordeals, we have a spell charge. So that's
grinding to 14 seems really smart. Maybe a Galaxy Brain play to get to max out the spell charges on the Knight and the Thief.
Yeah, quick and easy, or really early. I mean, that was heads up play.
So looks like we're gonna check the rest of the Cardia Isles here. There are quite a few chests here that we can check. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. We've got Dem0nfr0g picking up his TNT. He's not going to take any sorcerer fights. He's just going to piece right out.
Yeah, he gained decent levels in Earth, where he's not too far behind. He's in the low teens, so he's doing okay. I'm assuming he's going to do Ordeals, so we'll see what's there. Starman will probably do, like what you said, the TNT turn in and the slab, because that's in the area. He's already bought the slab.
Did he buy the slab?
I thought he bought the slab. Maybe we'll see it. Oh, well. Maybe eventually we'll see the inventory.
Oof. Starman finding absolutely nothing in these Cardia Isle checks. There was literally nothing of note. That kind of hurts. I always hate it when I take the time to check all 3 islands that have chests for me, and then, they offer nothing in return.
Yep, he's got the slab. Yeah, no, it feels bad, especially we're in the situation that they're in, because we're not looking for any more looses anymore. And okay, well, that's Opal early. That floater is required.
Yep. So TNT into Opal Cheerio. That's going to mean that the slab and or the bottle are required items to complete the seed.
Oh, no.
So that's a rough bit of news that we have, and that Dem0nfr0g does not quite know yet. So we've got Starman picking up some low-level spells for his Knight and Ninja. I like this play. I like to get these I like to pick up these spells as soon as I can. He's got plenty of gold right now, and so this play is pretty easy to make.
I gotta admit, I'm hoping it's not Chime, because the key at least then will lead him to Marsh. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I'm sorry, if, the one required that is from bottle or from the slab, is the Chime, that at least allows a demon to go to Marsh because of the key, because, he'll get the key.
Yep.
So Marsh Keylocked is then in play, and he'll be like, oh, maybe I should go there, and then he'll remember that he forgot that one room.
Yeah, I think that probably the more devastating play would be if the key is what's behind the bottle and or slab.
Yeah, because you're not... I mean, yeah, because he's going to clear out... Well, he's already done Earth. He's already done... So he's already done Earth. He's already done Mermaid side. So he's got Kraken side, and then he would do the floating...
Volcano.
Yeah, he would do Volcano, Ice, and then the floating castle. So yeah, I guess it's rough either way. It doesn't matter. Unfortunately, he's the bleeding time. He's doing the best he can. I think he's playing very well for what what's happened to him. he's got a chance. It's just he's got to find a way to just go.
And we've got Starmanrandom realizing that Life 2 being in that second slot makes them makes it unlearnable to all the members of his party. But I do believe that was Life in slot 4.
That's learnable.
Which is learnable by at least the Red Wizard. Is it learnable by the Knight?
Yep. The Knight and the Wizard 1 through 3 have the same slots. So
it does not look like he ended up picking that up, though.
He bought it for his Red Wizard. I think he forgot to... Oh, hello, Gasties. Bye, Gasties. We're trying to run away. Actually, they're hitting... Oh, well, that's a pretty... The well-equipped fighter that was getting hit for almost triple digits. Never mind. Let's leave that. Let's leave that alone.
I am always super happy to find that Gas D fight. I love to grind the Gas Dragons. I've found that, I mean, just luck-wise, I think I've been pretty lucky finding ones that have relatively low HP. Because when you find like 300 HP Gas Ds, grinding them ends up being super easy. And worth just a ton of experience. So it looks like Starmanrandom's spell buying adventure has come to an end. And we're going to see... Where are we headed?
The slab turn and... No. He's going to go... Okay, I mean, you're already promoted. We haven't seen fast. So, I mean, that check makes sense. And I think we're still looking for pro rings, right? Yep, there's pro rings for 12.5.
There they are.
Demon gets the bad news about the TNT turn in for Opal. Actually drops it, considering we have Warp. I mean, you might as well take it, Demon. I mean, what'd you save? 2 seconds? And you lost the best armor for your mage. Like, I know that they're gonna die anyways, but like in this early game, mage with that kind of armor is kind of insane.
Alright, so Starman stocks up, buys a pro ring or two there. Finally has at least a little bit of armor on everyone in his party. And looks like we're making an ice cave play.
I like it.
Or we're being jebaited.
We were jebaited completely. He actually landed on the entrance, said, nah, never mind, we're going to Volcano instead, so... Okay.
Yeah. He heard us. He was like, these guys are talking about Ice Cave. Not gonna do that.
Right?
I'll show them.
So...
Ooh, and Dem0nfr0g is making the Ice Cave play too. Or, not too. It looks like he is going to make the Ice Cave play for us. Yeah. Ooh, and an interesting trap tile here on Starmanrandom's side. The Zombie D Whiz Vamp tile.
That's a good spike tile.
We'll have to see. Sometimes they can roll just an obscene amount of health and or damage and or spells. This can be an extremely dangerous tile for him to come across. And... Oof. The Zombie D's rolled quite a bit of HP.
Nope, never mind. Let's...
Yeah.
Abort!
Yeah, that's... What is that? At least 600 HP on those Zombie Ds?
Oh my god, they're so big.
That's so much. That's too beefy for my taste.
Oh wow, that like took 3 or 4 fire 2s, or 2 fire 2s and a nuke just to kill. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No thank you. Hard pass.
Yeah, hard pass.
We're checking the Volcano Treasury now. Well, we've got Dem0nfr0g in Ice Cave. Gonna let us know what's there.
Talk about our runners lucking out on that marsh dive. They were in and out pretty quickly. These marks have damage poison, which would have been insane. Oh, and frost too. Oh,
oof. That's devastating. That hurts. Yeah, and we are very, very lucky. The runners there, I guess, are very lucky that they didn't run into those mucks in Marsh Cave. Maybe we're unlucky, because that's kind of fun.
Yeah,
to watch them struggle.
Because if Mux would have been on a common encounter, that would have been awful. What is... Oh, he's looking for a spike tile.
So,
I was like...
Dem0nfr0g just found the bottle in Ice Cave, which is not what you really want to see there.
No, because I mean, Demon's gonna be completely lost once he does his checks. You know, once he fully clears all of Mirage and Floating Castle, once he clears out the Kraken side, once he does Ice and Volcano, he's gonna be like, where did I forget? Because Bottle, I think, is going to be required at this point now, right?
Yeah, it's either bottle or slab turns into key.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, all we need is key right now, and it's one of those two right there. So yeah. Oh man, that is. It's not over. We just need a big brain. Right now, we need Dem0nfr0g. I want everybody in chat right now that is listening to us right now. My name is Dangwoo, and that is Solario. We want you to channel your Bless RNGs, your whatever you want to do it right now, and give it to Demon and tell him to pull a Caleb. And pull a big brain play and go back into Marsh and check that chest that is going to lead him into the air so he can, you know, make this a race, because right now he's bleeding time, and this is what he needs right now. He needs to, you know, just randomly remember that he has to go to that one room.
Yep. Get your spirit fingers out, get your Bless RNGs, channel your chi, give it to Dem0nfr0g.
And there's the Mux again, just ravaging Starman.
Starman getting the business end of those mucks over and over again.
So the reason why damage poison is so dangerous is I think it goes up to what, 275 max damage or something like that.
Yeah, something in the upper 200s.
Yeah, it's like I think it's equivalent to like a Thunder or a Blaze, where it just rolls absurdly high. And so that's the reason why it's so dangerous too.
Yep. So Starmanrandom decides, I'm not going to go back in again. I'm not going to wander through the maze that is the volcano checks on that first, or on that second floor, excuse me. Is going to dive deeper in the volcano here. I guess I would not be surprised to. Ooh, we're going a different route today. I would not be surprised if a different, or I would not be surprised, excuse me, if very few chests are checked here. But I also wouldn't blame him for checking these chests. What about you, Dengu? Do you check these volcano chests here if you are Starman?
I feel like I kind of have to, because if you look at his weapons and stuff like that, he didn't find the Excale like the Demon did in Earth. He hasn't found the defense sword. All we have is an ice sword, I believe, which can do its job, but we haven't found fast yet. And I know temper is early level, but it's still kind of hidden behind, or it's used by some other stuff that's useful, so
that's true. Starman is still looking for something to swing. He needs a bigger stick.
I mean, the good thing is Demon's done with ice. That was a very quick check of ice. He didn't really, I don't think he wiped. So, I mean, that's a good momentum moving forward, which is what he needs. He needs more mucks to show up and slow his opponent down as much as possible. He needs, that kind of stuff right now.
Maybe those whiz ogres that turned Starman's fighter to stone.
Yeah, right. And there's the mummy tile that you were talking about earlier.
I think we're a little late for that, though. Starman's level 16 right now?
Well, true.
Dem0nfr0g finding the soft potions at Crescent Lake. I find that whenever there's something that turns my light warriors to stone, I have to go back to Conaria, because that's the only place that sells soft potions. I think it's out of spite that the seed does that to us. We do have Starman finding an additional ribbon in Volcano, so that's always a nice pickup. It's not a better sword, but it is a nice bit of armor.
Yeah, it's really funny because I don't remember how many actual shops have a soft, but yes, there's been many times where I've been carrying around a lawn ornament, lugging it around across the entire, sea trying to find a soft because I can't find one. And it's funny too because like I'll be like with Dem0nfr0g, I'm like, all right, I'm in Volcano, I've got to find a soft, right? And I'm digging through, and I do the entire thing, and I haven't found a single soft yet. I'm just like, really? But then when I don't need one, oh, I found one here, found one there.
Yep. I mean, you got to think you're bound to find one eventually, right? I know that I've done the chest dig for a soft potion.
Look at Demon. He just first turned, ran away from the mucks, said, "Nah, I'm good." He hasn't even seen the mucks' dangerous side yet.
Yeah, he doesn't know what they are. Ooh, running from the whiz ogres. He knows that there's something that turns his light warriors to stone, so that's probably a good move on Starmanrandom side. And we've got carry 1. Lining that up. We're going to throw a nuke. Are we going to throw another nuke? Yep, we're going to get 2 nukes. Nuke for 199. A nuke for 358, and carry goes down. Not a lot of HP on carry 1 today.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the nice things about the carry, is, especially with nuke, you should only need, a couple rounds at most. And as long as your knight can take a shot or 2, you should be okay, unless the carry decides to go in mage hunting.
Yeah. So with that, Starmanrandom ties up the orb score at 1 orb apiece. We've got Dem0nfr0g with the earth orb lit, and we've got Starman with the fire orb lit. Starman heads up to the ice cave and is going to seek out the bottle.
Yeah.
Got Dem0nfr0g taking the Whizvamp Zombie D battle, discovering that the Zombie Ds have far too much HP.
I mean, those things are just so tanky. And this is actually, I like the way on the left-hand side, the routing, because they didn't do the slab they did the slab translation, but they didn't do the slab turn-in yet. Now they're doing the ice cave, now they have the bottle, and they can do all of that and then go into the Mirage. Or no, because they need to do Ordeals, which is in the areas anyways. And Demon finally realizes that we got lucky in Marsh.
Yep. there's the mucks with damage poison giving him the business.
So yeah, I do like this pathing that is on the left-hand side, because we're going to be in this area completely. I mean, we're going to have the bottle turn in, we're going to have the slab translation, we have Ordeals, which is right there, and then we're going to be able to do the floating castle right there too. So I mean, we're all within shouting distance of everything.
Yep, sticking to that northern continent. Gonna get some proximity routing here.
It doesn't look like Starman knows the warp trick, unfortunately, so is gonna unfortunately take this spike tile. But
yeah, it's curious. Maybe concerned about levels. Checking a spike tile here.
Yep, I mean that's a good way of putting it too. Yeah, you're absolutely right, because ran right back into it, said, I want some more sorcerers for breakfast.
Om nom nom.
I mean, they go down pretty easily. It's a good experience.
Yeah, I mean, he saw them earlier. He ground out some of those sorcerers in the waterfall. So he already knew that they were relatively light on HP. So could gain some experience there. Dem0nfr0g pops out of Volcano one more time, and I think is going to look to make his final dive here. Of course, unless the mucks ruin his day again. That's also an option. Don't want to take that off the table too soon.
True. Although I don't think we run into... Did we run any more mucks after this? I thought they were only an armory.
That's a really good point. I thought you could run into them on the floor that he's currently on, but I guess I don't know that for a fact.
I don't. Maybe it's one of those weird things of where they don't appear, a lot or something. Because I definitely know that they appear in Armory because I always run into them.
Yeah. All right, Starman gets the bottle. We'll see. Yep, looks like he's gonna dive deeper, check some more chests. I don't believe Dem0nfr0g is... Ice Cave was not where he found any of the good swords, was it?
No, that was Earth Floor 4.
Ah, yeah. That's where we found... we got Excal and Defense in Earth.
Second ribbon. I believe Starman found this.
Yep.
Aegis also, so I mean, yeah, plenty of good armor equipment.
Which is good, because Starman was relatively sparse in the armor department. He did go back and pick up some pro rings, but even with just pro rings, that's not a lot of absorb for his team.
Found a rune sword, yes!
Saved.
our thief can attack things.
Rune sword for the win.
It's almost like a katana, almost.
It's sword shaped.
Is that? There's 2 ribbons?
That's all 3 ribbons.
What is that? Wow! Okay. I didn't realize that there was 2 ribbons in Volcano. Volcano pays off big.
Yeah, thank you very much, Volcano. Giving us all of the elemental resistance that we could ask for.
Especially against those mucks. I like how it's after you've already been ambushed by all the mucks, and then it gives you the ribbons.
Yeah, that's the reward for making it through the disaster that is those mucks.
Wow, that's so nice.
Here you go. You proved that you could make it through poison. Here's the resistance to it.
If you decide you want to torture yourself some more, you can with little ease. I mean...
Yeah, it was the seed testing you. Now, Dem0nfr0g's gonna check the this red D chest. I don't believe Starman checked this chest, but correct me if I'm wrong, Dan.
I'm sorry. What's that?
Dem0nfr0g is gonna check the red dragon chest here. I think Starman skipped this one.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Ooh, Starman getting a little lost in the ice cave. There we go. He's back on track.
I mean, to be honest, if I'm in that position, oh, well, I'm glad that they did, because, hello. Wow, those are nice...
Ambushed by our Ankylos, excuse me.
Wow, talk about, like, a... I mean, that is like a 6th sense right there. You know, like, should I check that spike tile? Nah, we're okay. And then you look over your shoulders and you see your opponent just get mauled without any chance of, like, fighting back.
Yes. Oh my god. That feels bad. That hurts. So, does he go back and check that chest, do you think?
No. There is no way you go back. Especially if you get ambushed. Like, I'd be terrified if those things had high ambush chance.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, though, he's still missing...
That's true.
What is it? Is he missing... He's missing 1 loose item still?
Yep. The floater in Earth. Or in Marsh, yeah.
Crystal... it's crystal into floater, right?
Yes. Sorry, yes.
Okay. So we have the loose crystal in Marsh is the loose item that Dem0nfr0g is looking for. And I don't know, I always feel like if I skip that chest like that, I always feel like it's gonna be in that chest.
No, I get that way too, but like...
And it's so much easier for us to say, skip it, because, you know, we know that it's not there.
Right, yeah. We're up here in the broadcast booth, and we have the eagle eye, you know, of seeing everything that's going on. Like, yeah, no, you don't need to go there. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
It's bad for your health. Don't do it.
Yeah. So we've got Dem0nfr0g is going to run back through, pick up those ribbons. Looks like he either noted or remembers exactly where they are, which is great for him. So he's going to run, pick up 1 ribbon, pick up the 2nd ribbon. There wasn't much else worth stopping for on this floor of Volcano. So I imagine he's not going to check the rest of the chests.
He left the Aegis shield, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah.
but
may have forgotten about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, it was really easy to forget about because it was right next to the ribbon. So you're like, ooh, the ribbon. Oh, Aegis shield. Yay.
So asked and answered. He is going to skip that chest, and the bottle lends itself into the key. So we are in no mode, I guess.
Yep.
We've got Starman, who's going to hit up our friends in Lufane.
Hoping not to do ordeals like what you said, and is going to find the ever awesome weapon, the Thor's hammer, as Demon lights his second orb at 1 hour 2 minutes to take an orb advantage lead. So, I mean, he can do water now. I'm assuming that's where he's going next. And he can do sky. I mean, this is going to be so weird.
I was going to say, if I'm Demon, I guess I would go to sky. I've already half cleared out Sea Shrine, and there's a ton of chests in Mirage and Sky Palace. I guess if I were Demon, I would be on my way to Mirage Tower right now.
No, the key was in the bottle. The tiny fairy had it. Yeah, so I mean, oh yeah, the floater was required. I mean,
we knew the floater was required when the TNT yielded the opal gauntlet or the opal bracelet.
No, actually, Space Stray. Well, yeah, he might think that because no, he can't now because Demon has one loose left, and it has to be the floater because you cannot lock out the floater, and he's been to all the incentive locations. So right now, what he's hoping for is it's either on Kraken's side or it's in Floating Castle. Because with how our devs have done it is a key item cannot be locked out. So a floater has to be found and accessible. You can't, it can't be hidden in Gaia. It can't be hidden in Lefane.
So Starmanrandom is going to enter Castle of Ordeals here. Going to grab his chime at the end of it and be in go mode at that point. And looks like we've got Dem0nfr0g headed back into the Sea Shrine. I'm going to clear out Kraken side, going to check all those chests. Maybe we'll find something good. There's still Massa on the table. I don't know, the white shirt is also out there. It's a good item to find. The dragon armor, we haven't found that yet. So there are a few good items left on the table. Is not going to find the loose item that he's looking for, though. Starman does run into our friends, the Zombie Ds, with far too much HP. But we are finding out that the Zombie D fight is unrunnable, which is particularly fun.
I mean, this is good for Demon. If he keeps running into this stuff, it's eating up spell charges and it's taking up time. Now, one thing that can save or is saving Demon right now. Oh, lobsters with trance? Are you serious? Oh god.
Oh,
but
you hate to see, and slow, just time wasters.
At least it's not heal 3 too.
Yeah, we'll see. We haven't seen. They could have more spells.
Very wow. But so wow. Okay, wow. Those lobsters are going to be very annoying. But another thing that potentially helps out Demon right now is Starman doesn't have a weapon. And depending on how confident they are, you can see full clearing of Kraken side and of the Floating Castle, which allows a Demon at least to keep even. And
this is true.
But the problem is since we know the way that Demon bypassed that one room, it still worries me that he's not going to realize that it bypassed a chest that's not linked.
Yeah, he could very well, in his head, he could very well believe that Marsh is cleared out, barring the key-locked chests. But he needs the floater in order to get the key. There's a Sun Sword.
I mean, that helps him out a lot. I mean, the Ice Sword does well, you know, for this early stuff, but the Sun Sword's a lot better. So, I mean, the only downside is now his opponent will be able to, on the way, get that without having to really search for it.
This is true. But I guess in Starman's shoes, I don't know that Starman grabs the Sun Sword and thinks, relief, I have a sword.
I mean, that's true. Oh, we found our grind tile. Pack it up, folks. We're going after
We've got the imps.
Saber, money.
And a saber? That's the sword we needed, right?
Oh, no. Lobster, spike tile. Oh, we ran away.
Oh,
whew.
Easy run. They're hiding the Gazoo Gauntlet.
I mean, that's pretty useful.
He's gonna warp out instead of having to take the lobster fight again.
I don't blame him at all in that situation.
And at 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 50 seconds, Starmanrandom is in go mode.
Oh, wow, that imp tile's back again. So
imps with flash, and we didn't pick up the lamp spell.
Oh no.
All is lost.
All is lost. It's a good thing nobody's got dark yet. This is important.
I mean, with all those ribbons, he's got three light warriors and 3 ribbons. I don't think any of them are gonna end up darked.
That 3 and 256. There's a chance. It happens, and you're just like, you know what? It happens, and you just see him reset. Like, really? 3 and 256 darkness? Really?
That's when you know the seed is out to get you.
Yeah, right. Oh no, there's our time wasters. Hello.
Whiz the Hegs with Invis 2. Always fun to see. So Starmanrandom is going to check our early keylock chests here. Still trying to find a sword, probably. We could very well find the Massa.
I mean, that's definitely something I'd be looking forward to at this point. I mean, that's the only thing we really look out for, except for maybe the Vorpal. I mean, I'm happy with a Vorpal at this point. But
yeah, I mean, in go mode, an hour and 10 minutes in, if I've got the Vorpal sword, I'm probably skipping a bunch of chests, not really going to be super careful. I mean, I'm going to check chests that are, greed chests that are along the way, but outside of that, probably not going to hit up many other chests. Not going to go out of my way to check anything that is.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
More gold, some tents, not really a lot in this dwarf armory. Ooh, a katana, though. That is great for our ninja.
That's an end game weapon. I mean, we could potentially use that ninja as our carry.
Yeah. Ugh, and the lobsters are just showing Dem0nfr0g that they are no fun. I think the problem that we have though still is I would love to find a good weapon for the knight as well as having a katana for the ninja, because we don't have that fast spell. I always feel like having 2 people that swing powerful swords without the fast spell is always much nicer than just having the one.
Yeah, especially for Starman on the left hand. He doesn't have the defense sword, so the knight can't really just sit there and take shots.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're not... Oh, unrunnable lobsters this time.
Fun.
Fantastic.
Ooh, and he's down to just his red mage and his black mage.
Oh, he must have used up all his life charge. Wait, that was level 1. Oh, he didn't buy... Oh, he's not promoted.
Yeah, he's not promoted, so he does not have it.
That's right. I was thinking on the left-hand side. That's right. Yeah, so Demon...
Ooh, we've got our metal... metal slimes are one of the trap tiles in... Oh, and he doesn't take it. And we've got our hydras. Not bad. Neither of those are bad grind spots. Particularly because... did we have Fire 3 early, or was that Fire 2?
No, we have Fire 2 and Nuke, so I mean, either way.
So those metal slimes that we saw on that trap tile prior to this one on Starmanrandom side are weak to fire spells, which makes them pretty easy to take out if we have a fire spell that can clear out mobs.
Okay, so Solero, on the right-hand side, Demon is slowly making his way to Kraken. a defense sword on the red wizard or red mage, and just keep casting with the black mage, and just hope to kill Kraken. I mean, this is gonna be a terrifying fight.
This is gonna be a bold strategy here. Did he pick up Brack? Do we know?
No, because that was level 2. No, he's got lit, or either lightning or fire, whatever it is, and temper.
Oof. We've got Starman finding the black shirt, and Dem0nfr0g is going to enter his tussle with Kraken 1.
Oh, please say... Okay. I think he's got a chance, because we have all those ribbons. This is good. I actually like the way he said... Oh, Kraken, why are you back rowing on that? Why?
Kraken, why are you out to ruin this?
Yeah, right? It was like a commentator's curse.
Ooh, that was 13 hits for 400 damage. Damn. And a lit 2 comes out. He does have 3 casts of the defense sword down now. Ooh, and we're going with Bane strats. So he defense swords up and now has pulled out the Bane sword. Gonna try to poison gas Kraken down.
I would have lit 3, but I mean, I understand the Bane too. I just don't like the Bane chance on Kraken every time I try to use it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
and this Kraken has fast.
That
too.
was
wow. Oh, and the Bane sword gets it.
Oh,
poison smokes Kraken away.
I mean, I think that was 13 hits already that hit that black mage. That would have been 26 shots of Kraken just trying to beat on that red mage right there.
Yeah. Oof. And Starman does find the Vorpal sword.
Okay. So, I mean, if they feel comfortable with it, I think most runners would be, okay, we have level 2 temper, and we can search for the black magic that should be either in Gaia or Lefane if we checked it. And we should have it with our black mages. So, I mean... the Vorpal at this point is going to be really good.
Yeah, he has a katana on the ninja, and the Vorpal on the knight, which I guess, in my opinion, feels good.
I would feel good about it, but I mean, I'm not the one racing, so in every runner, I mean, you watch a Solero run, watch Crabcakes run, you watch... yeah, one of our newer players. We all have a different threshold where we say we're good. It's gonna be dicey. Maybe I'll check a couple more extra chests. Or we're a lot of checking.
Yeah. Well, the thing I'm paying attention to right now, or I'm going to be looking for, I guess, is the levels that our light warriors are at on either side. I don't quite feel like either runner quite has the levels, in my opinion, to enter Temple of Fiends yet. Starmanrandom, I think, is just hit 21, 22, maybe, which is kind of, in my opinion, kind of the very edge, the very beginning of where you might consider a Topher dive.
Yes, especially if we're using the Vorpal, 22 is 4 hits. 4 hits generally is the lowest you want to enter Temple of Fiends in with any of your weapons, because the temper does a lot better with a lot more hits. So 4 hits generally is a good break point with any of your weapons, and 22 with a Vorpal is a good time if you're going with it to go in.
So Starman just hit 22, so good call. So commentator's blessing.
That's right. So that is, I mean, for me, I'm still occasionally checking, I might check the right-hand side chest of here, just because there's more chests. Which means this is probably where the Masa is.
Oh, there it is.
I called it!
Wow.
So, okay.
And he didn't even equip the Vorpal sword, though. He had the ice sword equipped on his knight there. Wasn't ready to swing that Vorpal sword yet, I guess.
I mean, the ice sword's probably better for trash enemies anyways, which is kind of funny.
That's fair.
I mean, in general, it's probably... But, so for now here, we're going to take fights occasionally. Only the important stuff. we want to hit 22 or 24 by the time we hit carry 2, because we want that fifth hit on the Masa. And carry 2 is generally where we get into the real dangerous stuff of 700 HP at base. And if carry 2 rolls higher, we have to be able to burn her quickly, or we get into potential chances of nuclear swirls, all these things that kill us really quickly.
And I want to echo that sentiment, particularly because we have seen plenty of Tiamats, Tia 2s that is, that have either high evade or high absorb. And so even if we do get plenty of hits, like if there aren't enough temper charges out, we're not dealing enough damage to do the damage that we need to do.
Now, and I also want to point out too, because you said an important thing here: high evasion. Have you looked at our spells in level 1? I haven't seen a single one of them pick up a lock spell yet, and they were all on level 1.
Yep,
and
that is
I believe on the left-hand side, Starman actually filled up the entire black magic of his black mage. With well, no, it had to have been locked because there's 2 slots of lock, so he had to have. Never mind.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought I didn't see it, but yeah, they had to have had at least one, either lock or lock 2, because maybe we'll see it. Yeah, okay, lock 2. Okay.
2.
Had me worried there,
All right, crisis averted. We're feeling a lot better about what our runners are doing here.
I mean,
may see.
Sometimes our runners go by so quickly in their menuing. You only look and you only see something else, and you're like, oh, I didn't see it. And Demon's gonna do my plague, go right hand side. But he's in full clear mode though, because he knows he's one loose away. He knows the floater is required, so he'll get the Masa too.
Yep, I can't imagine that he doesn't full clear Sky here.
I mean, we're watching a race where the runner is keeping up with an airship, just barely holding on to this somewhat close race here. Orb for orb right now. I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah, Dem0nfr0g picks up the Masa, finds his end game weapon there, and you're right. I mean, Dem0nfr0g's been sailing around and is, for all intents and purposes, if we ignore the fact that it's going to take him forever to go back and find that loose crystal, he's ahead at this point. If he would have checked that chest, he's ahead.
Yeah, obviously though he's going to slow. Wow. Oh no. Okay. He's going to do the one thing that actually kind of has been catching on a lot. You check Sky Floor 3 because all these chests are, very close together, and then you warp back, and then you do Sky Floor 2 because all those chests are basically on the outer edges, and it takes a lot of walking.
Yeah. So I mean, that Sky 2 is, if I'm gonna skip anything, it's gonna be that.
Well, it's so weird too because Sky Floor 2 generally is the best experience. You have eyes there that are generally, always show up there. You don't really run into the Nightmare Evilmen a whole lot. You have Manticores that show up. You have occasional Rockles and Metal Slimes. All of those die from easy spells. Pretty much.
Yep. So we've got Starmanrandom taking on Tia 1. We've got 5 hits for 220 damage, easy out of the ninja. He's going to throw out a Lock 2 charge. Awesome. Love to see that. He did get a Power Gauntlet off on his Knight. And so we're going to go... Looks like we're going to go damage this round. More swings from the Katana. Another 200 damage on it. Nuke comes out. 147 damage, swinging that Masa, 250 damage, takes down Tia 1, excuse me. Almost said Tia 2 because we were talking about it so much earlier. We've got Starmanrandom lighting his air orb at 1 hour and 21 minutes in.
Yep, second orb lit, catches up to Demon. Obviously, we know that they're in go mode, so kind of an advantage here. But well played there on how they Tiamat. And as you said though, anytime you're thinking of Temple of Fiends, Kraken 2 comes to your mind almost right away, and then Tiamat 2 right after, because Tiamat 2 is generally higher absorb, has a chance for higher evade also, and can roll really nasty too.
Yep, and unfortunately, we've got Dem0nfr0g now digging out the snowflake room, or the asterisk room. What do you call it, Dang? What's your favorite?
I mean, I'm kind of liking the asterisk one. The spiderweb one is also not bad too.
All right. I just like snowflake. It makes me happy.
I like it too. I've not heard that one before, but I'm, now that I've heard that a couple times, I'm kind of liking that one too. I like it.
All right, we've got a Piercing Mountain in chat asking, is there anyone clearly ahead or behind? Whew, boy, has that been the story of this seed. Very, very early on in the seed, Dem0nfr0g and Starmanrandom both made a dive into Marsh Cave. It was a required dive into Marsh Cave because that is where we kind of found our progression. They needed to go there. Dem0nfr0g skipped a single chest, and as it turns out, that single chest had a loose necessary item. The Matoya's crystal was loose in Marsh, and it was in the single chest that Dem0nfr0g skipped. Unfortunately, that crystal led to our floater, and that floater ended up being required because you need the floater in order to turn in the bottle, and the bottle turns into the key, and that key is required in order to make it through the Temple of Fiends Revisited. Yeah, oh my goodness, says Piercing Mountain, and I could not agree more.
Yeah, that was a big thing here. And the worst part about it is, or at least one thing that worries me substantially is, it's a chest. The way he routed it, I think he got himself confused or forgot that it's not a link chest. So he's going to go in there and he's going to think, or he's not even think, he's already, under his impression, he's already fully cleared it. Like, there's no point in going in there.
Yeah, we firmly believe that in his head, Marsh is fully cleared, except for the key-locked chests that he can't open until he has the Mystic Key.
So, I mean, he might...
Get your Bless RNGs out there for a robot chicken. We didn't do that for Starmanrandom. I feel really bad about it, but there's still a chance we could end up with a war mech on Dem0nfr0g's side. Although it really looks like they may be on a similar encounter table at this point, so maybe not. But, bless RNGs anyway. Let's see ourselves a robot chicken.
I want to see a robot chicken. I mean,
Ooh, Piercing Mountain. That is a awesome little emote there.
Alright, so Tiamat 1 on the right-hand side here, and then we're going to see a Kraken on the left here very shortly. We're just going full offensive, non-elemental spells. Tiamat, see you later. And that's a third orb for Dem0nfr0g. I mean, he technically can beat all the fiends. That's not... Wait, he's already done it.
Yeah, I believe he's got all 4 orbs lit now.
Yeah, he's got all 4 orbs, so now he has to find out where he orphaned. I mean, we could potentially see him, what is it? Rediving, or re-talking to Bicky. Doing all this stuff, but left-hand side, there's Kraken. We got Invis cast. We got Lock 2 being casted, so... lowering that evasion. 4 hits for 10. Katana showing its might.
Ooh. Yeah, I suppose we did not really see what the absorb on Kraken 1 is. We just had pure Bane strats.
Oh, I guess he didn't do Volcano yet. Oh, that's right, because he wiped out the Anklos. Yeah, but I thought he came back.
Yeah, I thought he did come back.
I don't know. I'm not gonna... Uh-oh, there's the fasted Kraken with 13 hits.
We've got nukes coming out here. There it is. All right, Starmanrandom lights. Oh, I was trying to see if Dem0nfr0g had all 4 orbs lit on that. So Starmanrandom lights his 3rd orb. Gonna go back into OnRack and check magic. Oh, come on. I really like the quad
He's going to the
X
Anklo floor. He's going to the Anklos.
Yeah, he's going to that last chest.
Yeah. He thinks that Anklo chest that is the red D chest is that loose that because he had to forfeit it.
Yeah. I mean, we were just talking about how that would eat in the back of my mind if I didn't end up getting it, and looks like it was eating him up. He also had to kind of forfeit everything else that was on this floor. There is an Aegis shield here on this floor of Volcano. I doubt that he ends up going back to pick it up, but if he's nervous about what he may have left behind, he could check some more chests here. But he did full clear it his first time through before he wiped, so nope, looks like he's just going to run it straight down.
Okay, so what hasn't... No, the only thing he hasn't checked... Oh man, this is going to be such a weird spot here. Oh boy.
I'm trying to think. I don't know that he got... So on the floor that Starmanrandom is currently on in Earth Cave, there is that far right chest. I don't know that Dem0nfr0g grabbed that.
I mean, that is one that we have seen in this tournament. A lot of our runners, a lot of our newer runners have forgotten about because it looks a lot like the volcano room.
Oh, he's gonna fight the our Ankylos. Were they unrunnable?
Well, they ambushed last time.
All right.
So
they are runnable, but he's gonna try to nuke them away.
Yeah,
ooh, they've got Scorch is not as scary as them hitting for no. 200 HP.
I would definitely rather see that over that. And now he's gonna rethink like, okay, what the heck just happened? Hey, Demon, you could have just went through the altar. It'd have been a lot faster. Or he's just gonna prove me wrong because he menued really quickly.
I was gonna say that was still pretty good. He would have had to take at least 2 fights there.
And now we're gonna search. We know the TNT leads to the Opal. This is the worst. Oh my gosh, I've been there, done that. It's the worst.
So he is doing the mental gymnastics, trying to figure out which chests exactly he skipped.
He knows he fully cleared ice. Oh no, Marsh. But like I said, if he thinks he's fully cleared it, I think this is where he checks all the NPCs again.
Oh boy. So Starmanrandom, on his way to Lich, is on Lich floor right now, going to light his 4th orb in a moment here. We didn't see anything super scary from Lich when Dem0nfr0g took Lich out the first time. Dem0nfr0g was half the levels that Starman is at this point, so this should not be a problem.
He's in the area. Is he go? No way. He knew it? Oh, he's going!
Ooh. He's double checking Marsh.
Wow. Did he accidentally leave that? Oh my gosh. That is going to be like one of our first questions here. As Starman is about to light his 4th orb and be able to enter Temple Fiends Revisited. Oh, Demon, making the play to remember, potentially?
This is the Galaxy Brain play.
Oh,
he's going down.
He's
going for it.
Oh, this is big.
Oh man, I have not been this excited for a chest check in a long time.
Right? I mean,
I'm so happy. If I was Dem0nfr0g, I'd be wandering around just having no idea what to do. We've got Starmanrandom checking in, grabbing any spells that he may need for his final dive into Topher. Dem0nfr0g heads right for it, finds the crystal, finds his third loose. Gonna run a couple of laps around the chest.
Oh.
So at this point, do you think he feels behind?
Yes. Well, yes. Yeah.
What was the hesitation?
Well, I was thinking about it. I'm like, maybe not. But then I realized, I'm like, that is the first room anybody checks when you dive into Marsh, generally. Because most runners, when they go in, they bypass that first room and they go south into that room, and you check, and you do that check. And then you go over to the one on your right and you check that room. And then you go down into the Martian Center and you check that. It's just a generally less encounter or less movements and stuff like that. But on the left-hand side, 1 hour 32, 1 hour 33, Starman has entered Temple of Fiends Revisited and is trying to take full control of this match here. And a demon's got to turn that bottle in. I mean, it's about, what, a half a wipe away? Well, maybe less. He just reset.
Starman just reset out. He did run in, that was Mages with Blaze.
Kind of surprising that he had to reset out, considering we have 3 ribbons.
Yeah. We've got Piercing Mountain in chat. Where is the key? The key is the bottle turn-in. So we'll actually have to see if Dem0nfr0g does... I imagine he turns in the bottle first. That is the faster of the 2 turn-ins, as opposed to the slab turn-in, where he takes it down to Lufane. I doubt he does that first. You'd think, Black Knight. You'd think.
Yeah, the only real reason how we know that we're playing the same seed is the fact that the Mux had damage poison on both of our screens, so that was like the easiest way we could tell right away.
Yep. So Dem0nfr0g heads down to Gaia, gonna get the bottle turn in. So I would say this is going to be an extremely close race. I think the levels favor Starmanrandom just a little bit. I think he's in the level 24, level 25 range, and Dem0nfr0g's level 21 to 23, I think, on his Light Warriors. So a slight advantage there. But Dem0nfr0g does have the defense sword, which I think is a big advantage when it comes to fighting Kraken, when it comes to fighting Tiamat 2, when it comes to fighting Chaos at the end of the seed here.
Yeah, I mean, it just offers so much, because I don't think we have the white shirt. So, I mean, outside of our spell charges, we don't have any way to increase our evade. So,
at 1 hour and 35 minutes, we've got Dem0nfr0g in go mode. He's gonna stop by the Cardia Isles and get class changed. I like that play a lot. He's picked up a lot of end game gear, and his characters do get a pretty decent boost from the class change.
Now, one thing I do want to see is if Starman did purchase life on that night, because that's kind of important.
I don't think he did. The last time we checked his white magic, the only spell that knight had was exit.
Okay, I mean, because they purposely stopped their grind at 14, knew that they had the floater, promoted so that they could get the instant level 15, but then we kind of forgot about that life spell, so it's a little awkward.
Hey, one big brain play does not mean that there will be a slew of big brain plays.
I mean, if we're doing what we're doing right now and casting Temper, you might as well just be casting Cake. I'm telling you right now. And
ooh, that was 17. Was that 1720 on that swing from the ninja? That doesn't seem right.
No,
maybe it was 172.
Yeah, it was 172.
I must have missaw it.
I was gonna say, I'm like, Lich doesn't have that much, and we're not playing like that's not 1000%.
Yeah. Whoops. Do mine eyes deceive me?
Yeah, your eyes were deceiving you on that one. So, Carry 2 is being pulled by Starmanrandom here. This is the one that kind of begins to show a little gatekeeping potential. Can be. 4 hits, so Stop comes out. That's Time Elemental. Everybody resists it. Temper and Invis, so the Knight should be swinging somewhat decent here very quickly. And
We are blowing through temper charges rather quickly. After this, there'll only be 4 left on the red mage and 5 left on the black mage. Not necessarily concerning. 9 charges of temper is still plenty, in my opinion. But I like to, I don't know. I don't know that I agree with the play of using temper at all in the Lich fight. And Carry busts out Nuke.
Okay, so that's cool though. The red mage survived. That's the one that has our life spell. We're able to heal back up. Okay. But that's good to know though. 1 nuke's out of the pool. We have 2 nukes left and 4 nuclears. Plus a slow 2 and a cure 4 in the pool. Those are just the notable spells and abilities that our boss fiends have.
Wow, this is a long run that Starmanrandom got on this water floor. He, if he takes 3 more steps, he will be. Yeah, was that an encounterless water floor? That's the dream.
It really is, especially with what we've seen from them.
Ooh, Kraken hits, but does not hit that hard. Does 5 hits for 157 damage from the ninja. Temper comes out. Invis comes out. We're gonna fight. Speed and power. Here it comes. Heal 3 comes out from the red wizard. Gonna heal up the team a little bit. Ninja swings. 5 hits, 84 damage. Ooh, that black mage almost takes a seat. Nuke comes out, 246. Not a bad nuke roll. More nukes coming out. Nuke comes out from Black Wizard, 165. Ooh, Kraken, big hit. Another nuke comes out, 154. That was 100 damage from the ninja. That was 400, almost 500 damage from the knight that came out there. The knight's the one that has the temper charges on it. More katana swings for 84 damage. Another nuke comes out, 146 damage, takes down Kraken 2. Wow, we didn't see... Kraken did not hit as hard as we typically expect Kraken to hit. Now, whether that's based on the armor and levels that Starmanrandom has here, or just it doesn't feel to me like Kraken was hitting as hard as she normally does.
No, that was definitely a soft one, but had a lot of HP. That was a very chunky Kraken too that just ate up a lot of resources. That was 3 or 4 nukes that were spent. And we don't have them back now.
Ooh,
so
and an unrunnable seafood party pack here at the very end of the floor. See, you can't run the whole floor and not get an encounter at all. That feels like it shouldn't be allowed.
And that's another nuke cast that we have to spend because those lit 3s are on the temper charges.
Yep. We do have Dem0nfr0g on the water floor already. Dem0nfr0g has caught up to Starmanrandom. Dem0nfr0g is notably on a different encounter table and has found these nasty waters. The waters did take down... Ooh, he did take down his fighter, or his knight, excuse me, and he did not stop in Coneria to pick up life on the Red Wizard or the knight.
As you said, though, he feels so far behind. He didn't want to waste any time. And, oh my... Wait, he had no life on the Red Wizard? Oh, you were actually saying the Red Wizard had no life.
Yeah, Dem0nfr0g did not stop back after promoting and get magic.
Oh.
He didn't get any magic after promoting, so he does not have life.
He's not making it through with this. Because we know Kraken has so... Well, that's a big shot by Nuke, but Kraken says, have a seat.
Yeah, the Red Wizard goes down and he immediately resets out. He's going to stop back in Coneria, probably pick up life here. We've got Starmanrandom taking on Tia 2. Tia 2 coming out with the Lit 2. We've done some damage already. We have our regular slew of buff spells. We did get an Invis charge on the Knight. The Red Wizard swings. We've got a Lock 2 coming out. Love to see that. Massive swings for 267 to take down Tiamat 2. We've got Starmanrandom is just a few steps away from the Chaos floor. We do have an Iron Goal encounter here.
Oh, look, more things to waste our nuke charges, and they rolled over 300 HP. Awesome.
Ouch. You love to see it. So Dem0nfr0g stops back in Conaria, grabs those life charges, and is back in Temple of Fiends. Starman manages to escape from the worm encounters, finds another worm encounter. See, this is what happens when you get that encounterless water floor. You run into 4 encounters between Tiamat and the stairs.
Oh my god, yeah, like literally. Oh, I mean, it's a good thing not all of these were unrunnable, because all those have potential to just, because most of those enemies only die to nuke anyways. We don't have zap access, so we can't really kill the rock gulls. Oh gosh.
Yeah. So notably, Starmanrandom did bring oh, I'm sorry, I was mistaken. I confused our 2 runners. Starmanrandom has had his ninja up the whole time. I thought Dem0nfr0g is the one that damned his ninja.
Yeah, I mean, it's very unfortunate here for Demon, because with a 3-person party, the idea is those 3 people are getting all the experience, so they should be higher level than that 4-person party. But because of the airship, the left-hand side was able to grind up and level a 4-person party essentially quicker than a 3-person party.
Ooh, so we've got Starmanrandom taking on Chaos. Ice 3 comes out first round from Chaos, does a decent bit of damage to the team. Those are some good Ice 3 rolls that he got. Ooh, and Chaos casts that Cure 4. So we know that early on in the table, Chaos has Cure 4. It's Ice 3 followed by Cure 4 early in that spell table. The Black Wizard throws out the Lock spell, which is great because we've been seeing that Ninja swing and only hit once, which is extremely scary when you don't have the fast spell. We finally get that Knight to swing, 1 hit for 141 damage, and then the Ninja misses. We're going to need some more of those lock charges, I think.
Yeah, well, we're missing out because we don't also have the fast, so we're only swinging 5 times.
So we got more Tempers coming out. Ooh, that was 3 hits for 152, a little bit better. More Lock 2 coming out. Knight swings,
Holy
1 hit,
moly.
108 damage. Ouch, this is an evasive Chaos. He is quick on his feet. He floats like a bumblebee, and he floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee.
Lit 2, he literally is.
Yep, there it is, Lit 2. More Tempers coming out. Gonna buff up. Ooh, 3 hits for 411 damage. That Knight is starting to get through. It's starting to deal some damage here. More Lock 2. That's great to see. We do see that his party is starting to look a little low on health. So if Chaos comes out with a nuke or a nuclear here, he may be in trouble. Speaking of nuke, comes out from the Red Wizard. Hits Chaos for 184. Gonna get another Invis charge down. More Lock 2. I like to see that. The Knight swings, 4 hits, 40 damage. Was that it? Oh, and 86 damage from the Ninja takes down Chaos. GG's to Starmanrandom. With an official SRL time of 1 hour, 45 minutes, and 16 seconds, Starmanrandom takes the W. Let's get our GG's in chat.
Yeah, definitely get some GG's in chat for that. Nice job for Starmanrandom to do what they did and was able to take the win. The important thing here for anybody that doesn't know, As Carry 2 is being taken on by Demon. What this allows Starmanrandom to do at 3-3, they enter in the last chance qualifier. If they are able to win it against all the other 3-3s, you get a ticket into the play-in race, which then allows you, there should be 8 spots, and that will allow you into the bracket. So, got to take first place in the LCQ, and then you have to place top 8 out of all the 4 and 2s to make it into brackets. So this keeps his hopes alive in the tournament. So, GG. So we have Demon's gonna try and make it through here. Obviously, the seafloor is just a time waster for sure. A lot of nasty stuff, lobsters with trance, unrunnables, and more unrunnables seafood party platters. Slow way of making through here, sea snakes. I mean, so Solero, I mean, obviously the biggest thing, I mean, I don't want to keep nagging on it, but obviously it's that one check. He knew it instantly once he cleared the entire thing. I mean, I wish I could ask him. Obviously, I'd be, super tilted, and I probably wouldn't want to do an interview. But, like, as somebody in the broadcast booth, you just want to ask him, like, at what point did you remember you left that chest? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's extremely, I mean, it's impressive that he, like, went right for it. Like, I know that I would have checked 4 or 5 other places before making that dive back down. So that alone is impressive. And the fact that even despite forgetting that, despite not having the airship for the longest time, Dem0nfr0g kept this neck and neck for almost the whole run. Really, he just ran out of steam when it came to he didn't stop and get life on his red wizard, and that was really the big difference. I mean, Dem0nfr0g was still in it and still could have won this race down to the very end there.
Yeah, that was, I mean, definitely ran his absolute heart out here. And
joining us now in the broadcast booth, we've got Starmanrandom. Starman, GG's, congratulations.
Thank you.
How you feeling?
Feeling okay.
So are you getting pretty hyped up for the last chance qualifier race now?
Oh, not really. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get dunked out of it, but...
So, I guess we got to tell you the story of this seed is Dem0nfr0g skipped one chest in Marsh, and it happened to be that crystal. And that's really been the story of the seed. As a matter of fact, like, despite, I mean, he was in his boat the whole time, and he caught up to you in the Temple of Fiends, but he got wiped by Kraken 2. So you were fighting, he fought Kraken when you were fighting Tiamat, and he got wiped out.
What did Kraken have?
Kraken just hit hard, kind of. I mean, didn't really. Tia 2 does have Thunder though, which is giving Dem0nfr0g a little trouble here. He did not have life, so the very last thing he got was that crystal into the floater, into the bottle turn in, which was the key. He stopped over at the Cardia Isles, class promoted, and went directly into Topher without stopping to get that level 1 life. Wow, Tia 2 also has nuclear, takes down Dem0nfr0g's Black Wizard.
Oh, that's... I'm glad I did not save this.
oh my goodness, and a tornado.
And
too.
tornado. Oh.
Well, for everybody out here that has watched, that just watched Dem0nfr0g, please give a GG out to Dem0nfr0g. Hard fought, gave it everything he could to keep up with our winner, who is now moving on to the last chance qualifier. GG once again to you too, Starmanrandom. I mean, you played it well. You played a 4-person party. You grinded when you needed to get levels. I mean, the only thing thing that we could tell you is knights can learn life in that 4th slot.
I'm pretty sure I actually tried that and it did not work.
Well, you can learn, the knight can learn the same spells that the red wizard can in the first 3 the white magics.
Right, it's just that 4th one that's locked.
No, it's available.
The second spell slot is the one that's locked.
Yeah, Life 2 is unavailable because it was in that second slot,
Yep.
but the
Yeah, I
fourth slot is
missed that.
available.
That actually made Topher less exciting.
You're right. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's just one of those weird things where it's actually learnable there. But so, I mean, beyond that though, you played a very consistent one. Obviously, the only thing I think you had trouble in was the Mucks, really, and then you had the very spicy battle against McCracken, right? That was no, that was Demon that had the spicy pull against Kraken. That's right.
Yep. So I guess Starman, how relieved were you to find that massa in
Pretty
Sky?
relieved because from what I could tell, was it locked at level 8, so I was not going to have it for Topher. I wanted a bigger ticket weapon than what I had.
Yeah. I guess we thought that maybe you would skip every single other chest after finding the Vorpal in Mirage Tower. Was that at all in your thought process, or were you like, no, I'm going to continue to dig until I find something better?
That was not my thought process. It crossed my mind for like a moment, but again, I remembered I don't have access to fast. I really do need something better than this.
Gotcha. I guess for your knowledge, the defense sword and the X-Cal were both on Earth 4.
Yeah, by the time I went back to Earth after I was like, hey, maybe there's a grind tile here, and no, there wasn't. I was not opening any more boxes.
Yeah, you were very much in go mode at that point, and there was no reason for you to check more chests. You had already picked up the massa. The Earth was your final dive. Demon did full clear Earth extremely early, which is why he checked all those chests and got those pieces. So that defense sword was a big find alongside that X-Cal. But again, he did not have that floater for very long, so did not make use of either of them for much. I guess Deng, did you have any other questions for Starman?
No, I have to admit I don't. Off the top of my mind, I mean, I know we kind of talked about your last chance qualifier and stuff like that, but I mean, do you have any special plans? Have you practiced? Going into it, obviously you have to win to make it into the play-in race, right? I mean, is there any like super secret ideas you have, to win?
If I had super secret ideas right now, I think I'd keep them close to my chest.
I mean, that's fair, but I was kind of hoping, as kind of like a reporter / broadcaster, I was hoping to,
get that inside scoop.
That's right.
You got to respect that. You got to respect the hustle there.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Nice. All right, Starman, I guess, do you have any final thoughts on the seed? Any final thoughts on the race? Final thoughts on the tournament in general?
I was expecting a worse Topher since I saw that nuke come out carry, and then I saw nothing else from Tiamat or Kraken. They were both pretty kind to me.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like based on what, unfortunately, Demon ran into, that was, you got extremely lucky when it comes to Tiamat. Dengwu, any final thoughts?
Just, thanks for letting me, hop in the broadcast booth with you. I haven't done one in a little while, kind of moping in my, in my house. So, I'm glad you let me hop in here and do some broadcast, with some commentary with you. Our tracker, the professor himself. I thought it was Professor. Thank you for pushing the 1s and 2s. Randomania, thank you for being awesome like you always are. So I'm gonna let you take it away because you're the person that ran the show.
Thanks, Deng. Again, thank you to Randomania for allowing us to host our race here. Thank you, Professor Renderer, for being our tracker tonight. Trackers, you guys make the world go round, and thank you again, Professor, for taking that on. Dengwu, thank you for joining me in the broadcast booth. Had a great time here tonight. This was an excellent race, so very much a fun one to call. The fun is not over. We do have a race that is just starting. We've got Kyu Kitsuki versus Russian Bishop kicking off here. They are supposed to start at 10 o'clock. So that one should be well underway, I believe. So I think we're going to try to pass you on over there. Thank you again to everyone for watching, and have a great night. GG's.